Hi, it's Donna here from Fan Page Competitions, and today I'm going to show you very quickly how to go through and make a new timeline cover. Now, this is the result that you're going to get. We're going to make a nice Christmas one and put some Merry Christmas on it, and then we're going to go through and upload it. So step number one in the process is to go out and find yourself some backgrounds. I typed in free, just move this up here, free Christmas backgrounds, and you can see there's a stack of them out here that you can use. But what you need to make sure is that when you go through, you are allowed to take these, because some of them are paid and some of them aren't as free as they say they are. And like this one here, that's a paid one. So just be careful. Once you've gone through, in this case, I open it up into another window, and these are the permissions. So once you've got the image that you want, then you go through and you download it to your computer. Once we've done that, I'm just going to close those windows. The next step is to come in here and open up Pixlr. Now it's pixlr.com/editor. Of course, if you just go to pixlr.com, you can then find the link to come here. We then click on create a new image. Now our timeline covers are 851 by 315 pixels. So that's the size that you need. And once you click OK, you'll get this white canvas. Couple of things, these are your tools down the left hand side. If you have used Photoshop, it's very much the same as Photoshop. If not, it's not that hard. There is, of course, lots of videos as well on YouTube that you can follow to learn more about it. But over here on the right hand side, we have the navigator, the layers, and the history. The layers is the main thing that we'll work with. Every time we add something onto our canvas here, it creates a new layer. And if you created a new layer and you don't want it, you can bin it. You can also create a new layer, and I'll show you quickly how to use this one over here, which is also called a layer style. So that's my actual canvas. I could, if I wanted to, come through and I can change color and fill the background and just type on it Merry Christmas. But what I want to do is open up my image that I had saved before. So file and open, go to my images and look for the background, which was this Christmas background. And you can see with this image, it's 796. Sorry, I'll move this. It's 796 by 497, which is not the size we want. Now, we could go in and try and resize the image, but it gets a little bit confusing sometimes. So all I'm going to do is come over here on the right-hand side. Now, I am on the background for this particular image. If I clicked back over here, I'm on the background for that image. So I'm back to this background here. All I want to do is come over here to my layer. I'm going to click with my mouse and drag and drop it. Now the reason I did that, and I'll just close that other image down, was that I wanted to move my image over here and add it onto this canvas and move it around. Now you see that we've got this big white gap over here. So just up here on my toolbar, I'm going to go Edit, Free Transform, and I'll now get these little handles and I'll pull it out. All right, move it over a little bit, make sure it's all positioned. That looks great. Okay, so I've got my baubles and I've got my background and I'm happy with that. The next step I want to do is come through to this text tool, and I'm going to click on the A, and when I click on that, it says to me, do you want to apply the changes? So it's saying, do you want to set that background? And we're just simply going to go yes. And it's all in place, and on the right hand side here, you'll notice we now have a new layer. So once I click on A, I can now click on my canvas here and start typing. And oops, it's always good if you can type properly. So a couple of things about that. It is just straight black, so I can click in here and I can change the color. All right, or I can choose different colors from my wheel here. I'll just go OK. Or better still, what I like to do is come over here and click on this eyedropper, which is called the color picker. Come up to my canvas and find a blue that's on my canvas or a color that's on my canvas. Click over here to your color wheel, and then I'm going to just come along here and make it a little bit darker, and then OK. Because what I actually want to do is have this all matching in with my colors. So back here, I just click back on that A. Now my color, I want this guy here. So it was using a color. By clicking back over here to this little color palette, it's changed the color of it. So that's a fairly boring font. I can click on the drop down, I can choose bold and italic, but I can also click on here and run through and find a different font. Now you'll have different fonts to me. I normally would put Merry Christmas from, we'll just do fan page competitions. And go OK. Back up to this little pointer, move it over here. Now remember, we have got that profile image sitting in there, so we don't want to move it too far over here or we'll miss it. One thing you can do to make that sort of pop is click here to what's called your layer style. And if we come in here, we can have a look at, sorry, we're on the wrong layer here. Back here to our layer style, we can go through and have a look and just see how they change. The inner glow, the outer glow is not doing much for us. Bevel's not doing much. Inner shadow is adding it up a bit, and that drop shadow is not much. Let's have a look if we play with this inner shadow. It ramps the color up a little bit. So just have a play with these. We could even darken that and make the shadow darker on it. So there you have it. We've gone through and we've very quickly created a timeline cover with Merry Christmas on it. And the last step we want to do is go File and Save. Give it a name that's relevant to you. Leave it as a JPEG and simply go OK. It's going to find an area to save it to, and then you're done. So here we are over on our Facebook page. We want to come through here to where it says Change Cover, and if we click on that, we can choose from photos, upload a photo, reposition it. We're going to upload a photo, and we're going to choose this one here, and bang. It'll take a few minutes to think about it. Now you'll notice it'll be slightly different because this is Merry Christmas from Fan Page Competitions. That's the image that we created. You can see it's got the little hole in there for your profile picture. If you're happy with it, you simply click on Save Changes. Now what will happen is that will then be fixed to your timeline cover, and it will also pop a copy of it down here in your newsfeed. And what you can also do is go through and you can add some information to that as well. So that is how easy it is to go through and create your timeline cover. You can use this for Christmas, you can use this for New Year, you can use this anytime you like. So I hope you enjoyed that quick video from Fan Page Competitions, and I look forward to seeing you soon in Facebook.